Alright, I just want to show everybody a quick little test here using the Fisher F2, the 11-inch double D, and an old Bounty Hunter TR 550D. Now this one is a TR detector, but it has discrimination. This won't work with the TR detector that doesn't have discrimination, so you need TR with discrimination. It's got a small little 6-inch coil and it has the 11-inch. And basically all I just want to show everybody is I got a quarter and a nickel, a file, and a nail that I found in my driveway. There's the nail, there's the file. There's the driveway. I just moved here, so I'm trying to clear out all the iron out of it so I don't pop any tires. But with the Fisher, you see all these little nails that we have in there? The Fisher picks them up all really fast. If you listen, picks up the nails. There's the quarter. There's the nickel. Now I'm going to show you the same test with the Bounty Hunter here. Shut that off for a sec. Bounty Hunter, all you got to do is turn it on. Get the tuning down to where you get the threshold. So I set it up where here's your normal switch. We have it on discrimination. I'm going to set the discrimination maybe right around 3 so we can get rid of the iron nails. Set the threshold so it's just a little bit, and if you listen, when it goes over these iron nails, it nulls out, so there's no noise. And then when you pull back off the iron nails, same thing with this nail, nulls out, and then same thing with. Alright, so I got it set where we have a small threshold going on. Discrimination set's tad over 3, and has a little button right here to, if you raise the coil or go over something, it just kind of brings the threshold back. So there's the nickel, there's the quarter, and you go over the iron, it nulls out. Here how you have thresh tone, go over the iron, it nulls out, go over the nail, nulls out, come back out of where there's no iron, there's no null, and then if you go back over these little iron nails that I got right across there, it drops the threshold out. So that's how it works. We're ready to do the test. Nickel, quarter, iron. Nothing really iron. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how the TR can see through the iron versus the VLF. Alright, the first test is the nails in the board. I'm going to put the nickel over one nail, put the quarter over another nail, and see what kind of signal we get. Alright, so I'm going to grab a reading of the quarter and the nickel before I put it over the iron. And on the quarter, there you go, they got the 80s, and on the nickel, 35. Now I just put them over a nail on the board. Still reading like a good signal, and the nickel's a little bit more funky. Now I'm going to take the file and put the file and the nail over each one, and let's see what happens. Read an iron on the quarter and read an iron on the nickel. So if if a nail or a piece of iron is over any of these coins, the F2 is not going to pick it up. But now, if it's right next to each other, it does a good job with that. At least it gives me some high tones to kind of say, hey, there might be something good there. But cover back up. Just all iron. There's not even a spike of a good tone right now. Even if I hit it at a different angle, nothing. A little spike there, but you get the idea. So now I'm going to try the old school Bounty Hunter and see what that does. So I got the quarters next to no iron. You hear it. The nickel next to no iron. So then I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to place the quarter on top of a nail. Place the nickel on top of a nail. See what happens. Still get the quarter. Still get the nickel. Then I'm going to take the big file that I found. Small file, but big piece of iron on top of the quarter. And the nail on top of the nickel. Hit the button to change the threshold really quick, because when you raise the coil up you lose it. You notice how you have the threshold over here, and then right when you go over the iron there's no threshold when I'm on top of these iron nails because it nulls it out. Then I'm going to go over the quarter. Definitely got a signal there, and I'm going to go over the nickel. I knocked it off. But so we got a signal over the nickel, or over the quarter. Just some final thoughts on this test is the Bounty Hunter did a great job, but with that small coil, you know, it doesn't get any much deeper than about 4 inches compared to the F2 that gets really good depth with that coil. But so it's really only going to work in areas where you might get lucky enough to stumble across a shallow coin or button or relic within the first 4 inches. Right here, this is an older Nautilus detector that rocks in the same type of test, but it doesn't have an external speaker, so you got to use headphones, and without hearing the beeps it's kind of hard to show you guys how to perform the test. But I think this is like a 10 or 11 inch coil. The guy, whoever made that handle, should be fired. It is the least ergonomical detector to swing. I used it today for a while and it got heavy, but it actually found me some good things. I had a cellar hole today, so that was pretty cool. But this detector just really rocked in the iron. You know, the threshold, you know, nulled right out, and I was able to pick up some good stuff. That coil does a good job being, you know, that big to find the goods. But so yeah, the Bounty Hunter, you know, it could pick up the coin in the iron. It's just with that small 6-inch coil, it's just hard to get any depth out of it. So, you know, with anything there's always pros and cons. My goal is to find a good TR detector that gets really good depth. I don't like headphones. I mean, I use them here and there, but that Nautilus kicks butt. I've been trying actually to wire up a system to where I can have an external speaker plugged into it instead of using headphones. Here's a little jack I got right here. I've been working away in my little shop downstairs to make a an external speaker, so I don't have to use headphones for it. Should be done shortly with that. And it kind of stinks because this detector is really good, minus that the way how you gotta swing the coil and handle it. I'd almost want to put it on a S shaft, sort of like that, and see how it works. But the shaft that it has right now, the handle and everything, it ain't happening. I used it for about a half an hour today. My arm was tired and just, ugh, not very ergonomical, like I said. So, yeah, that's it. The TR, old school, early 80s, late 70s bounty hunter discriminator. It did the trick in the iron, just with that small coil. Didn't have the depth. But got some other detectors here in the near future that I'm going to be testing out in the same fashion. Until then, take it easy and find something good.